Alrighty. Go. Go. Oh, this is a decal. Oh, interesting. I would have never figured that out. It's a decal. Huh. Let's see if we can get a photo of that firebox. There you go. Look at that. Just look at this. This is proof that this is pure scene. They don't mess around. Disney does not like to kid around. There you go. There's the green flags. Right there, look at that crack. That looks like that's a crack in the steam chest or whatever. Looks like a crack. Now I understand why they haven't been bringing this one out so much. That one has a crack. Or something like that. To be fair, we all have cracks, butt cracks. You know. Then there's crack heads. So, you know, go figure. You know, then these are the problem. One of these, yeah, that's that. This one's the brake hose. This one's to probably drain all the excess water and air out of the system. Then here you go. Here's the brake hoses. What does that say? All land. I think that's what it says. All land. It's plastic chain. Plastic chain. Well, to be fair, they probably have plastic chains on here because they don't want them to heat up and somebody accidentally touches it and, you know, they accidentally hurt themselves. Ding, ding. So here you go. Here's a look at the coaches. That's a handbrake right there. I doubt it's functional. I think that handbrake's probably just for show. Yeah, there's no chain for it to operate. You can actually see the brake shoes right there. See the brake shoes? Right there. Now, obviously, even if these were standard gauge, these couplers would not work with Amtrak because these look a lot different. No idea what that's for, that button right there. Now, I'm not sure how far back the track goes, if I'm being honest. I would have no clue as to how far back the track would go, really. Get this little box right here. I don't know what that's for. That's probably, I don't know. I think that's probably for like hours or something like that, but I doubt it. You have like a little hose right there. That's probably just an air. That probably just sends a puff of air when depressed down over to something else, and then that probably just changes something else. They probably are gonna redo the track because looking at it, it's all rusty. I don't know how far back the track will go beyond that curve right there. But let's take a seat right here, and I'll give you a little bit of a rundown. So here we have the classic, please remain seated, hands, arms, feet, and legs, supervise children, and along with the no dancing, as I like to put it, icon, and the please just sit and hold hands, or supervise children. Yeah. You have your brass lamps, your speaker, that's the sound system. I'm being honest, I have no idea what the electrical connections are for this train in relation to the couplers and the hoses and all that. It's probably somewhere. It's got to be somewhere. Now this is what the whole thing looks like. Looking down the fireman's side, they have like this sort of grip paint right here. I don't know why. Why is beyond me. Your guess is probably as good as mine. What kind of dress is this? Arm are clad. Huh. So that's who makes the glass. Arm are clad. ARM-R-CLAD. Poles, for support. Armrests, but I'm not sure how comfy those would be in relation to this armrest. Yeah. And you have like your little awning, as I would want to call it. It probably has a different name, but I call it an awning. Roof. I think that some of this is probably all fiberglass. And this is definitely metal. This is probably fiberglass or just or wood with some sort of special sealant on it, to make it look like it's fiberglass or something. And to prevent, people from getting splinters and just all that. I want to say it's fake wood, but it's probably real wood with like some sort of special sealant applied to it. Yeah. Back windows. Then here's like a little railing in case somebody needed to board the train for whatever reason from either the front of the car or the back of the car on one of the platforms. Say, they needed to just ensure that the train could couple up properly to like another set of coaches or another locomotive. Somebody would have to stand on the back and just keep an eye on the train and probably just signal to the engineer, because there's no buzzer box back here, to either keep going or stop or whatever. Yeah. So, and that's all to make sure, they don't accidentally trip and fall. It's an extra grip. So watch this. So, like, you can grab onto here and just board the train. So, that's that. These are pretty much secured with hardware. This is probably not gonna come loose as easy as like a normal like screw would. These are probably secure with washers. Feeling it feels like a machine screw or wood screw. So it probably is wood that we're dealing with. Again, no idea what that button's for. No, this one does not have the same little box underneath. But that's because this one was never the car where the conductor would sit or stand on the back. Yeah. You can kind of see that the wheels are painted red. Let's get down a little bit. Yeah, right there. It's a little foggy. My lens is probably just dirty or fogged up or something like that. But yeah. Actually, no, wait. Let's actually look. Yeah, I'm guessing that thick black tubing with the little tag on it right there. See it right there? I'm guessing that's probably the electrical. Yeah, that looks to be the electrical. And then the gray hose looks like it's air. I could be wrong though. Yeah. You can actually kind of see that it actually says on the little plates right there, Disney World Railroad. No, not Walt Disney World Railroad, but Disney World Railroad, no Walt. So my guess is that these were probably made and manufactured before this was renamed to Walt Disney World. Or maybe they just couldn't fit Walt onto there and they just had to just keep it short and sweet and simple and, you know, just name it Disney and just say Disney World Railroad. You got this little bar running the length of the entire train car. It helps to support it. This, I'm not sure what it's for. They got all sorts of stuff. Here's wheelchair ramp. The train would obviously pull much more forward. Right where that ramp is, and then they would load wheelchairs. Let's see, is this a decal or something? No, this is painted. Nope, this is painted. Or maybe this is a decal, but this is just painted on. Hard to tell, really. I don't know. You'd be the judge. You can see the leaf springs. All sorts of parts on here. This is probably for just draining the excess water. It's odd, but, you know, in theory, it makes sense. You can see like a little support beam for the boiler. This is probably to relieve steam pressure. And here you go, the Baldwin Locomotive Works, Philadelphia, 58445, or excuse me, the Baldwin Locomotive Works, Philadelphia, USA, 58445, May 1925. Walter E. Disney is 58444. I'm guessing, you know, you turn that and then the excess steam would come out of there. That's the smoke box door. So I think they have all sorts of like latches on there to, you know, ensure that, you know, in case one of them comes off, you know, it's not going to just fling open. You know, it's, I want to call it a fail-safe measure, but there's probably like a better term for that. Now I'm guessing that these little half circles on the drive wheels, these are probably what give it, these are probably counterweights. Yeah. And here you have the cab. The stopwatch is stopped at, actually no, it's going. I don't know, that's like 2 hours, 10 minutes and counting. I'm not gonna count the seconds. fireman seat, engineer seat, all sorts of tubing and piping, some sort of rag. They put rags around that for whatever reason. And then, you ever hear burp, burp, burp? That's caused by that. That's the buzzer box right there. That's the oil tank, and then behind that, that's the water tank. They have a light on there for whatever reason. I don't know. Let me zoom out. There you go. Now you can see. I don't know what that light is for, but I guess that they probably just have it there, you know, just so that way they can probably do service on it. This looks like it needs to be de-rusted. They'll take care of that. This is it's really beautiful. You know, it isn't, you know, fading. Well, actually, it looks a little dull, but you know, again, it's out in the sun, and eventually it's gonna oxidize and all that. So yeah.